Hello. Today, I wanted to talk about self-doubt. And as a business owner, unfortunately, I have definitely dealt with self-doubt. And I just wanted to talk about it today because it's a really real thing that a lot of people deal with and dealing with limiting beliefs and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to talk about that today. And that was what this video is about. So I am Claire Bond. I am a personal brand strategist and the CEO and co-founder of Claire Bond Group. I have been helping people strategize and create their best personal brand for over 10 years. And I want to help you leverage your personal brand to develop the authority, influence, and trust you need to exceed your business goals. So thank you so much for joining me. So we're going to be digging into talking about imposter syndrome, a little bit of imposter syndrome and a little bit of limiting beliefs. So when my business Online Profile Pros started taking off, we decided to go out for funding. And I really started to develop this feeling of imposter syndrome. And I had a lot of doubts going through my mind, right? Can I do this? Am I the right person to pitch this? Did I do this right? Like so many things that it would almost cause me to be just so stressed and almost, frigid and scared when I had to go up and speak and pitch my business. It was very debilitating. So I was like, I've got to figure this out and deal with it because there is nobody better than me to talk about my business and ultimately sell my business and get funding. So I knew that it had to be me and I needed to deal with these limiting beliefs in my head. So that is what we're going to be kind of talking about today. And I really want to make sure that if you're dealing with this, give you some of the tips that I did. So hopefully you can get some help as well. So what are limiting beliefs? What are some of the things, right? I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. All of these things, I can't do it. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm too this. I'm too that. Like there's so many levels of limiting beliefs, but it's anything that essentially limits you from doing something, or you basically are like, well, I can't do that. So never mind. I'm not even going to try. So one of the things that really helped me to get over my imposter syndrome and ultimately the limiting beliefs that I had was my mentors. So I remember even speaking to my husband, who isn't a mentor per se, but he still told me that, he definitely has felt the same way, right? That yeah, sometimes you have doubts and it's okay. And you've just got to make sure you kind of work it out in your head and get rid of the thought because it's not going to help you move forward. And also having my mentor, who was a former CEO of a Fortune 500 company, and talking to him, I would always kind of talk to him about things that we were dealing with with the company. He was one of our board members for this business. And I just was always bringing stuff up to him. What do you think about this? I know that you've had to deal with these situations. How do you think I should deal with this situation? So I was always kind of asking his advice. And I just flat out asked him about this because I did have some embarrassment about it. But I just wanted to see what his thoughts were. And he was like, yeah, I've totally been there. Sometimes I'm literally in a room with people and I feel like everyone in the room is smarter than me. So yeah, we all have this, right? It's something that we deal with, but we definitely need to always remember our worth and our value. And there's a reason why we're here. There's a reason why you're the CEO and thought of this business or whatever it is. There's a reason why I am doing this. It's because I enjoy helping people. And there is nobody better to talk about my business and pitch the business than me. I had to get over these limiting beliefs that had no reason to be there. I had to just get rid of them. There was no reason why I should feel the doubt that there was somebody better than me to ultimately pitch my business for funding than me. So that for me was just one of those things I just had to work out. And so how did I work it out? I really educated myself because one of the things that was really holding me back was there's so much lingo dealing with funding and all of these things that you have to think about and financials. And it's just not something that I love talking about. I would forget all the acronyms for everything and the stress that it would cause. So I just educated myself. I made sure that it's almost like quizzing yourself for a quiz, like when you were in school, right? You need like flashcards, what does this mean? What does that mean? What does this acronym mean? How do what's your total addressable market? What's your TAM? Like all these things that you had to remember. I just grilled it into my head so that I wouldn't forget. And that really helped me. So when you have limiting beliefs, one of the really easy ways to get rid of it, easy, but just educate yourself, try to make sure, commit this information to memory so that you're not stressed about forgetting this. So that for me was very, 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 very helpful. And basically just continuing to grow and be on the path. For me, it was continuing to work on my personal brand, continuing to work on the business, continuing to create content, continuing to learn from my community at large and people that were following me, people that I was dealing with and other founders, learning and growing. That is going to be one of the biggest things, but continuing to keep going, not stopping, not being frozen. Like I said before, I kind of felt like I was frozen and I couldn't move forward. So really trying to continue to move forward, and remembering that ultimately for my other business, Online Profile Pros, and for Claire Bond Group, I ultimately help people. So that kept me going. That was my major goal. That was the reason to keep getting up and doing what I was doing, and to get funding, was that more people could be helped with the services that we provide. So continuing. So again, when you have a mentor, talk to somebody. Ultimately, you'll find out you're not alone. Educate yourself, and just continuing to grow, remembering your why and your purpose is really, really important. And one of the biggest things that I had to do, and I definitely I did this a lot in 2020, unfollow people on social media. Maybe you have people in your life that are just not in a good, healthy space and they kind of make you feel down. Basically, clean house, if you will, on social media and in your personal life. Just do not let people around you or in your space or in your feed that really kind of add to that self-doubt of, oh, I wish I could have this. Oh, I wish I could be like this. I mean, I've been there, which is why I'm talking about this. So just hit that unfollow button. And if you can't really hit that unfollow button, just mute them. Mute their stories, mute their feed. You could do it really on every single platform: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I mean, I don't know that you would really need it for YouTube, but unfollow or just mute whoever it is if you have to stay connected. But for me, that's been huge. And I've really disconnected from friends of mine. I'm looking at my phone, that I just were really unhealthy. They were in an unhealthy space. They had a lot of limiting beliefs. And it's almost like having that energy kind of, made me doubt myself as well. Those are the biggest things that I've done to really help me get over limiting beliefs. So again, what are they? Get a mentor, talk to somebody, even a friend. They can help you through this. And educating yourself, being consistent, really consistently showing up and remembering your why and why you're there. Because a lot of times that can really just remind you of why you have your purpose, and that the limiting beliefs don't serve a purpose in your world, because ultimately you're helping people. So being consistent with that was really, really key for me. And then getting rid of people in my life and online on social media that were just serving no purpose in my life. They were not making me feel good about myself. If anything, kind of seeing people on my feed, sometimes certain accounts who make you kind of feel just, there's a negative energy. I just don't want that in my space. So that is what I did to really help me get rid of these limiting beliefs. And I hope these tips help you. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, or like it, leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you want more videos like this, I'm so happy to give you my advice on this. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye.